Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is January 2022 and we are not off to a very good start. One of the worst months I think I've had in the last 10 years. Yeah, just pretty bad. So we'll jump right into it. Going over income here. So for January, made just the base pay $7,312, 1,400 in taxes, 292 in the 401k. So I talked to my wife this month, and our goals have changed ever so slightly for 2022. So we are dialing back the 401ks for now, and we're going to start saving up in cash a little bit more. And so we purchased this land last month, and we need to start getting a game plan together. I guess our dream or our goal or whatever you want to call it is to build a house on the 66 acres. We have a good house now. It's in a neighborhood. It's again, it's not the end of the world, but it's fine for the time being. But we need to start getting a plan together to, I guess, build our dream home or the house that we want to live in for the rest of our life. So um, to do that, we will need a 20% down payment, and I'm assuming it's going to at least cost maybe 500,000 or 600,000, somewhere in that price range. So 20% down is at least 100 or maybe 150,000, somewhere in there. So right now we're somewhere around like the 40 to maybe $50,000 mark in terms of cash. So we made the decision to dial back our 401ks a little bit for at least the first part of this year and really up our savings for cash. And so we're still contributing a little bit, just enough to get the employer match. And yeah, that's about it. So for my employer match is 3%, so it's $292. So I'm still getting the 100% match from my employer. I did quit the employee stock purchase plan as well this month. I just feel weird putting more money into my employer stock, even with the 10% discount. I mentioned a couple months ago that I think it's extremely overvalued. Our PE ratio is like 85 or 90, and we're not like an Apple or Microsoft company. I don't feel like we're going to grow our revenue, 10x in the next 5 years. That's completely unrealistic in my in my opinion. So I don't want to spend more money of my employee stock buying my company currently when I feel like it's overpriced. So just my opinion. That may be wrong. I'm not sure. But I feel fine about it. So take home pay, we're bringing home a lot more money. So $5,527. There will be some tax implications at the end of the year. I will have to pay more in taxes, but that's just, I guess, the price that you have to pay. You either put it in your 401k and don't use it for 40 years, or you bring it home now and you pay the penalty now. So for my wife, she made double the pay this month, so $8,437 because she didn't get paid in December, like always. So $1,500 went to taxes. She's just doing $100 in her 403b now, so she could do zero technically, I guess, and then she would still get her 10% employer match. But again, we're just going to do this for maybe 6 months, maybe 9 months at the most, and then just pile up cash. $50 in her HSA, $260 for insurance, and then $6,372 in take-home pay. Then rental properties were up to $2,345 this month, so $18,000 gross income, almost $12,000 in take-home pay. Jumping into net worth, so for January, absolutely horrible month overall. So all of the houses went up in value. I won't really go over that. It's 2% per year divided by 12 is all that is. No changes in the vehicle price. I did start to call around a little bit to get used car prices. Um, I'm feeling like it's quite a bit more for a lot of these. For the truck, I was getting prices anywhere from like 31,000 to 32,000. We were getting prices on the Honda Civic for like 20,000, 21,000. I'll never sell the 1946 Chevy, so that's off the table. And then the 2013 Honda Fit was like 8,500. So I'm not quite sure what I'll do. Honestly, I need to. That's maybe food for thought for me. If I got a really good price on the truck, it may be like 32 to 33,000. That's almost what I paid for it like 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Sorry. Um, So I don't know. There might be a play there with the way used car prices are at the moment. So we'll have to see. Food for thought there, but I'm not going to do anything quite yet. For investments, I got utterly obliterated this month. Pretty depressing, honestly. I mean, we lost $40,000, or about 9% of our investments, just completely gone. So M1 Finance, it was down $4,000. HSA down $5,000. My 401k down almost $20,000. My employer stock was down. Honestly, it was down probably 2,000, maybe 3,000. But then I got my third year of vesting, which was like 2,000. So basically, I lost 2,500 and I got $2,000. So basically a wash this month. But really it was down as well. And then my wife's 403b, 457b's down $12,000. So just horrible, absolutely horrible. I'm not, not sure what else to do. So I mean, it's just you have some months like this. Thank goodness I don't have to retire this month, and I have another 40 years before that point comes in my life. But yeah, that's not a great start to 2022 here. So uh, for debts, just made the minimum payments on everything. Again, everything's under 4% interest, 30-year fixed rates, except for this land loan. Um, so checkings account is at 44,213. So basically a wash this month in terms of savings. We had just had some weird expenses come up this month, and then a rental checkings account just up then another $1,000 this month. Something else I need to mention too. So I guess this is what the future hopefully is going to look like for us. So I think for the next 6 to 9 months, the goal will be to save up to close to $200,000 from our $44,000 now. So each month, I mean, we'll have to save $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Um, and yeah, so once we get to $200,000 or 175, somewhere in that price range, we'll probably put 150,000 down on the new house. We plan on building. We've not met with any builders or anything yet. I'll have to start the permit process. And where I live, it maybe will take me 12 to 14 months to get all the permits that I'll need, which I've never done that before. So I'm assuming it's going to take me even probably closer to the 14-month mark to get my permits. But yeah, we're wanting to build a house. And so right now, there's not even a place on the land to build a house that's cleared. And so I'm kind of just doing by hand. Like, there's 11 acres of like cedar grove, like just small cedar trees, maybe 20-year-old cedar trees, so not really that small. But so I'm going through and clearing that out by hand. My goal is to clear about 4 acres and then just pile up the trees, and then have a space to build the house on, and a little bit of yard. So maybe a 4-acre yard that I'll have to mow and keep up on, which will be nice. So that's going to keep me preoccupied for probably the next 6 months to 9 months, and we're just going to hopefully keep piling up in cash. Most likely to, depending how well it's obviously, if you do the simple math, it's not realistic to save $150,000 in 6 months. It is somewhat realistic to save $50,000 in 6 months and then use the M1 finance money to supplement that too. So that's kind of the game plan, is to cash out of M1 finance, save up to $100,000, and then between the two of these have about $200,000, and then put about 150,000 down on the house that we plan to build, and have about 50,000 in savings. I guess from what I know of building houses, which I've obviously never built a house before, is it's going to take you twice as long as you thought it was going to take, and it's going to be twice as expensive as you thought it was going to be. So I'm trying to have a little bit of wiggle room here and not, be down to $5,000 in my checkings account. We can't swing that at this point in our life. So just trying to be somewhat conservative with the way that I'm saving, and not getting my cash too far down. So um, but for the end of the month here, I'm at 60,000 in cash. Net worth went down almost $40,000. So I'm pretty sure this is the worst month. Like 36,960, I think that is, if my math is right. So yeah, I think that's the worst month I've ever had so far in the last almost. It's not quite been 10 years, but yeah, that's probably by far one of the worst. So For goal pace, dropped off $51,000 off the goal pace, and so I was supposed to save 15,000. It's just, I mean, I don't know. Not a whole lot that I can do about it. If the market goes up, then great. If it goes down, then I lose that. But I guess the money that we're contributing to our 401k, the dividends that M1 Finance is making, all that stuff is just going into buying stocks at a lower price. So yeah, we'll just have to see what the year has in store for us. But yeah, we're not off to a very good start for 2022. So um, if you would have asked me 30 days ago, I would have said 100% guaranteed I will hit the $1 million mark in 2022. If I have more months like this, I don't know if I'm going to hit it in 2022. So it's a little bit scary. I don't know. It's just temporary headwinds, and so I try not to overreact or do stuff crazy or cash out of my whole entire portfolio. Right now. So yeah. So anyway, January 2022 net worth is sitting at 854,000, down about $37,000 from last month. Yeah, I'm still ahead, I guess, $250,000 ahead of my goal pace of becoming a millionaire by 30. So I have another about not a little over 2 years, not quite, not quite 2.5 years, but so I've got a little bit of time left. So we'll just have to see what else is going to happen in 2022. But it is already off to a crazy start. So thank you all for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Last month's and next month's videos are on the screen now. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, things that you'd like to see me include in future videos, just comment them down below. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.